Hello and welcome to Video Talk. My name is Willy and tonight I want to talk you about a film called Night Killer. Yes, sir.
Video Talk.
An Italian film from year 1919 directed by a guy called Clyde Anderson, or better known as Claudio Fragasso. Claudio Fragasso is mostly known as a writer of this Italian cheap ass action exploitation horror pictures, and also a guy behind directing this film called Troll 2, which I may be talking later. But Night Killer was also directed by Bruno Mattei, a guy best known for Robo War, or this piece of trash here, Terminator 2, or should I say Shocking Dark. When the film is directed by titans of cinema such as Claudio Fragasso and Bruno Mattei, you know you are in for a ride, and goddamn, this does not let you down, no. The film was released in 1990, and by that time the Italian genre film industry was almost dead. They couldn't anymore compete with American big budget productions and franchises, and also the home video market for this type of product were also dying out because the consumers were too smart for getting fooled by this kind of product anymore, because everybody wanted to see Harrison Ford or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Bruce Willis in their movie of the night, so the Italians couldn't even compete in the home video market. But one market they could still be competing, and that was a cheap knockoff horrors. This was released in Italy by the name of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3, but I don't think that anybody, even in Italy, was fooled that this thing was related in any way with Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Tobe Hooper classic films. And also the mask you see here in this cover was made to imitate Freddy Krueger, like Rosella Drury, the writer of this film, clearly says in the documentary, in her interview on this Blu-ray disc, that they intentionally tried to copy Freddy Krueger's mask in this film. So what the hell is this film about? Why am I talking about this? My god, holy shit. If you're into bad films and you think you've seen it all, you ain't seen nothing until you've seen The Night Killer. By God, this is the shit, man. This is the fucking shit. So usually I don't like to talk too much about the events in the film and telling about them from scene to scene, but this time I'm gonna make an exception because it has to be told so you can understand what kind of abomination we're dealing here with. Oh shit, let's begin.
Bianca in line! Come on, let's go! Are you ready?
So the film opens with this non-related scene in a dance school. We are introduced to these dance students, and we are not gonna be seeing them after this first opening scene.
Charles, with your head down. I don't know. We might as well. It's never go on. I don't know what to do. Hey, look,
What's with this teacher? What's wrong with her? Does she even know that she's in a film? Does she know that she is supposed to act?
I'm gonna get her, and all right. I'm a little nervous. You have to forgive me. Please, go rehearse this without me. I'm gonna get Elizabeth. Can you please? Without me.
Oh, never mind her. Maybe they just couldn't get a real actor that day to perform this teacher role. Maybe this is the only piece of bad acting in this film. Let's hope so. So anyway, after a totally unnecessary nude scene, the killer enters the dance school. God damn, he just fucking punches through her. Oh come on, the nails aren't even glued straight. Night Killer slices the teacher's throat for giving such a dreadful performance earlier. But she doesn't die, she escapes. And what What the hell? The throat is not even slit anymore. In the next scene, the fucking throat is not even slit. After a few hours of running away from the killer with her throat slit, or rather not slit, the teacher finally gets it and the film can officially begin. So you see, this opening scene was not originally in the film. What happened was that the producer thought that the film Claudio Fragasso made was not exciting and gory enough, and it needed more punch to it, and they hired none other than Bruno Mattei to direct it and shoot some additional gore and horror scenes in it. And apparently, as far as I know, this opening scene was completely written and directed by Bruno Mattei. That's why it's so awesome. Claudio Fragasso was out to make a European Bergman-style thriller suspense film, and he got very mad with his friend Bruno for ruining his film and adding these gore and horror scenes which are completely unrelated to the story. But let's see what kind of story we are dealing here, because the film opens now.
Hello? Hello?
So in the opening credits we are introduced our heroine of the story, Melanie. Completely ordinary family mom, a soccer mom with her ordinary problems and joys. And the story opens when Melanie gets an upsetting phone call from her boyfriend from the bar. He has been drinking. This does not please Melanie.
I don't have anything to say to you except don't call me anymore!
Melanie!
So of course, like every ordinary mom, she gets in front of the mirror and gets naked. Completely, utterly, without any reason whatsoever.
Well, here you are, Melanie Beck. This is you.
I like this film already.
First, I'm going to fuck your brains out.
But then Melanie gets another phone call. A dirty, obscene phone call. Melanie gets so upset that she calls up police.
Lock yourself in the house and don't open the door for anyone. I'll call you back in 5 minutes exactly.
Okay.
Now you know exactly what you have to do, right?
Yes. First I have to lock myself in, and you'll call me back in 5 minutes.
Good. I'll call you back.
Okay.
This acting, man. I don't know why it's so important to answer phone exactly in 5 minutes. Whew.
Yes, Sergeant. Well, when my wife told me, I checked it out right away.
Yes, it's obviously some sort of sick.
If I say so myself. Yes, it was just as well I got home when I did. I was able to calm her down. Oh, but thank you for calling back, officer. Yes, sir. Goodbye.
This is so crazy, man. Now, I had to tone this scene down for the pacing purposes of this video, but trust me, in the real film, this is even more awesome scene. The whole film is like this. I had to pause it and tell my friends that, holy shit, I have found the Holy Grail. This is very sad, man. Now, I'm a big fan of Bruno Mattei and Claudio Fragasso, but nothing, absolutely nothing could prepare me for this level of incompetence and badness.
You bastard!
I love it. I fucking love it. So the killer attacks Melanie, but he doesn't manage to kill her. Instead, Melanie is taken to a hospital, and apparently the whole experience with the killer has been so traumatizing that Melanie has completely and utterly lost her memory, even her name and even the fact that she has a daughter. For some reason, Melanie is released from the hospital, despite being the key witness in the murder case.
Hey, sweetheart! Gonna wet your whistle?
Melanie gets harassed by this weird sex maniac creep played by Peter Hooten, who showed off his acting skill in Joe D'Amato's Texas Gladiators, for example. Melania surprises him in the toilet where the creep followed her, trying to rape her, I guess. And then, for some reason, this happens. Melania goes to beach and takes some pills trying to kill herself. But she is stopped by the same exact creep who she met in the toilet, and then the creep kidnaps her.
While you shoot yourself, try to, I'm gonna eat. Nothing does it to me like fried chicken.
Woo!
Just what are you playing at?
I'm gonna kill you all right, but when I say so.
This golden gift just keeps on giving. I mean, every scene of this film is just like this.
Pamela Sue Morrison was the 6th victim of the masked maniac who has held our state in a siege of terror for the past 6 months. All of the victims were raped before they were tortured, mutilated, and killed by the masked maniac.
Now that's a news coverage made in good taste. Well done, Channel 69. Oh yeah, and we are reminded about the killer. He is still in the picture, and the killer keeps on killing, but the police seem to be more interested in finding Melanie and not finding the killer. And this cop, man, this cop means business. He's in it for the passion of being a cop.
I'm just a cop, man, who wants to do his job. And I do my job with these.
But unfortunately, our Shaft fails to rescue Melanie because he's an idiot. But fortunately, we still have this hero here. Melanie's friend who took Melanie's daughter to look after.
Now I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna find that murdering bastard, and I'm gonna plug him one right between the eyes. Annie, I'm going.
I'm not letting you go at the store. What about me? What about our daughter?
Wait, what? Wait, what? Your daughter? Your daughter? You're only looking after her.
She's not our daughter. She's Melanie Beck's daughter, remember?
Is everybody in this film mad? Are everybody in this film insane? So it's time for final showdown. Now, please jump forward a few minutes if you don't want to get spoiled, but trust me, you want to get spoiled. This is so fucking unbelievable. So, the killer is revealed. Melanie gets attacked again by Night Killer and she recovers her memory. And of course the killer is the family friend Sherman, who took the daughter under his wing and all that.
No sooner did I get the knife back than there were people all over the place.
Holy shit, are these people joking? I really had to rewind back and check. So get this, it turns out that Axel is Melanie's boyfriend, and Axel is also this guy who kidnapped Melanie. The same guy who beat Melanie up and tortured and raped her in his apartment. So Axel is actually a pretty nice guy, so don't fuck with Axel, man. How is the acting in this film so bad? God damn it. I have seen Bruno Mattei and Claudio Fragasso pictures before, but this takes the cake. God damn, even the fucking Ed Wood would ask another take.
Then there were people all over the place.
Night Killer is a very bad film indeed. But if you like bad movies like me, I will recommend this to you. But only if you're an advanced expert in bad films, because you're gonna need a lot of practice in bad movies if you are brave enough to take on Night Killer. And why is it even called Night Killer? Because I don't think night is any factor in this film. I don't think any scene is shot at night. Nobody calls this guy a night killer, so why is it called Night Killer? They should have just called it Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 in the rest of the world. Why don't you just call this Terminator 2? Because Bruno Mattei did it before, so why not here? Hell, why don't you call this Nightmare on Elm Street Part 8? Or why not call this like Star Wars Episode 1 or Predator 3? Everything's possible. In Italy, everything goes. But this here is a Blu-ray from Severin, and it's a great Blu-ray. The picture quality is a bit soft in places, but I'm not complaining, because this is probably the best this film has ever looked. There are 2 interviews on the disc from the director Claudio Fragasso and writer Rosella Drudi. These provide interesting information about the making of the film and some awkward stories what went down on the location of filming. Retards and gay actors and such. I'm a sucker for this type of film, so I'm gonna give 4 claws out of 5. Because this is so hilarious, I laugh my ass off watching this. I suggest you get this Severin Blu-ray and watch it and decide for yourself. So thanks for watching, but now you're gonna have to excuse me, because I'm gonna put my Halloween glove on and go outside and go punch holes to people, right? See ya! If you like this video, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that bell button to get notified when there's a new video. If you have any requests about the films you want me to do, please tell me about it in the comment section. For more info, visit Videospace.fi, a community for video collectors and movie enthusiasts. Thank you for watching.